All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Monkish Brewing Company, and they are out of Torrance, California, and this is their street sweeping. So they're calling this one a Triple IPA that comes in at 10.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 3.5 weeks old. I want to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Bud, for hooking me up with this one. So big thanks to him. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail boxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Bud hooked me up with, and he hooked me up with 2 different Monkish beers. The first was their Foggy Window, and that was batch 15, and it was delicious. And this is a huge Triple IPA. So the last Triple IPA I had from them was their Compute Plus, and it was almost 3 months old, so a bit older, and it was brewed with Phantasm, and the nose was amazing. The taste not as much, but I think I still gave it a 4.1 or like a 4 out of 5. Still really good. This one, though, is quite fresh, and they're using Citra, Nelson Sauvin, and Simcoe hops, and I can't wait to get into this one. So let's crack it open, get in the glass, see what we got going on. Something on my thumb there. What is that? I don't know what that is. Something on my thumb. Anyway, let's give it a pour here. Beautiful. Do something like that. Sneaking down. I got to save it. Do I taste it? I do. Oh, yeah. So, that's beautiful. It has this really nice, just, we'll say straight on orange color, like a vibrant, glowing orange. On camera, it's going to be a bit more dull. In person, definitely like a glowing orange. Murky, turbid, hazy, can't see through it. About a finger, just over a finger of this off-white, soap sudsy looking head. But yeah, that looks nice. Let's get a dose. Okay, yeah. I don't know what it is about Nelson lately. I feel like when a beer has Nelson in it and it's listed as like one of the first, say, 2 or 3 hops, like in this case, it's the second hop. The white grape, white wine thing, mostly white grape, juicy white grape, sometimes tannic white grapes. It's the most predominant, it's the predominant note. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if that's my palate, but there's a ton of juicy white grapes here. And then after it, sweeter orange, candied orange, tons of peach, apricot, mango, lots of stone fruit. Man, this is super juicy smelling. Not necessarily super sweet, just big punch of juiciness here. Has a touch of like a hot burn in the nose or like a green astringency. Oh, what the? As I just swirled it back up, a huge blast of dankness hit the nostrils. Oh, that's so dank. But it's not like a marijuana dankness. It's like just like a, how to explain it? Like an herbaceous kind of dankness. Like an oregano or something, basil, thyme, but like it's kind of crazy. Yeah, it has a nice herbal component to this one. So it smells juicy, it smells herbaceous, a little bit of hot burn, but man, does it smell juicy. Like it just has such a juicy component to it. I haven't had a juicy beer like this since maybe one of the Hop Butcher beers I did in the last month or two. I'm like getting mesmerized by the aroma. Like I just kind of just want to like smell it and just like pass out. It's just, this smells fucking, it's a Triple IPA, and the nose is appropriate because this is intense. This is punching me in the face. It's punching my nostrils. It's like, it's so intense that it's kind of unbelievable, honestly. Like I didn't think it would be this great, but the nose is awesome. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Bud. That's fantastic. Wow, does it hide the alcohol well? Because I just looked at the can real quick and I saw 10.5%, and I'm like, I said that at the beginning. It's Triple IPA. No fucking detection on the palate. There's a little bit of warming in the chest. Sure, it's 10.5. Crazy. That's crazy. I will say the body on this is a bit thinner than I anticipated. We'll say medium to higher side of medium. But if I said it once in a review, I'll say it again. I can't sing, so what am I doing? I'll say this every single time I do a Triple IPA review, where the body I deem the body thin. I don't care. Because the body is the one thing that I literally do not care about when I'm drinking Triple IPA. Why? I don't want to drink a super viscous and chewy and thick Triple IPA. I don't want that. There's some people out there that want that. There's some people that want a 10 to 10.5 with 11% Triple IPA to be that thick, crazy beer. Do I enjoy it when it's like that? Sure. Do I really necessarily want it? No. I did the Lupulin Collider, batch 2 from North Park, and that body for a Triple IPA was really big, and I enjoyed it. But it doesn't take away from the beer when it's thin for a Triple IPA. That's always one I want to stress, is that even though this is medium, a bit over medium for me, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. The mouthfeel is great. A little bit more carbonated, but it has a nice, smooth, creamy kind of feeling to it. Body's thin, mouthfeel is good. I'm fine with it. The taste, it's fucking, the nose carried over like 85 to 90%. It's super juicy. It's like you had a bowl of white grapes, a little bit of, like you cut up a peach, like a really fresh, ripened peach. You cut that up along with a little pineapple, white grapes, and you threw it into a bowl, and I'm just sitting here eating them. That's what it is. It's like when you take a bite of a grape, it explodes in your mouth with all that juiciness. That's kind of what I'm getting here. It's juicy white grape, juicy pineapple, juicy peach, juice. I don't know how many times I said juicy already in this review, but the juice is loose in this beer review. That all hits at the front of the palate. Continues through. A little bit of like an underlying, say more of like a crackery malt base, just kind of carrying all the hops. After that, so a lot of times I'll get citrus at the front of the palate. No, I got all those stone and tropical fruits. Halfway through the palate, there's this rindy, zesty kind of orange and white grapefruit, almost bittering. Because the transition goes from all that sweet, juicy, tropical and stone fruit to a zesty, rindy, orange and white grapefruit into this herbaceous, dank, resinous, almost slightly pine finish. It leans a little bit sweeter, so it's not like greatly balanced, but it's pretty balanced. I say this leans like 60% to the sweet side and 40 to the bittering side, because there's semi-dry. I always used to say bittering. There's like a mild bitterness on the back of the palate. There's more of a semi-dry kind of finish. That's where it kind of balances it out on the back of the palate. I can't stress enough how well this hides the alcohol. I'm sipping it, and with every sip, I'm going, oh man, these flavors are great. But if I was doing this blind, there's no way I call this a triple IPA. There's just none. The body being thin, in addition to the lack of like booziness on the palate, I would guess this is like an 8.5%, 9%, probably 8.5% double IPA. I don't think I'd say triple. So it's scary from that aspect, like real scary. But pour the rest in, as you may have noticed over the past, probably by the time you see this, maybe the past month or so. There's a lot of beers that change a little bit when I pour the remaining, say, 3 to 4 or 5 ounces into the glass. We'll see if that holds true with this one. So it did. So pouring that in, you know what that just did? I at this point, I'm just thinking it's my mind playing tricks on me and kind of being like, you said one thing throughout the course of the review, so at the end of the review, let me fuck you over. But now I'm getting more of that zesty, pithy, like citrus bitterness at the middle of the palate, and this has a little bit more of that herbaceous dankness, and this has a more of a moderate bitterness. So I think it's now well balanced. I poured the rest of the goodies in. I don't know what it is. Yeah, this is really balanced now. Wow. Did I expect this to be good? Yes. Why? It's a fresh triple IPA from Monkish. I thought I was going to enjoy it. I'm loving this. This is fucking great. This really is. This is better than Foggy Window to me. It's hard to compare because you're talking about a double IPA to a triple IPA. But if we're talking about blow for blow, taste for taste, flavor for flavor, I think this gets the edge over that beer. And again, I'm not comparing them for any other reason than those are the 2 Monkish beers that Bud sent my way. But if we're just going off a strict enjoyability factor and what I enjoy more, I like this one more than Foggy Window. It's where I land. I can't believe how well it hides the alcohol. I love this fucking beer. Yeah. So, Street Sweeping from Monkish. .75 out of 5. That's where that lands. This is fucking great. I love every second of this. Whew. I think this is the best Monkish I've had. I haven't had a lot. Like I've had like a half dozen Monkish, but this is definitely the best one I've had. Price and availability. This is where it goes a little bit sideways. But again, they're in Torrance, California. They're in Southern California. So $25 for a pack is a lot, but it's a triple IPA at 10.5%. How much more is it than I pay for other half triple IPA at 10.5%? Not much more. Typically, triple IPAs from other half are $22 a 4-pack. There's an extra $3 for a 4-pack. You're talking an extra 75 cents a can. For something this quality, I'd have no qualms paying that again. Period. And I'd probably pay that price for any new triple IPA release from them if I was close to Monkish, because it's Monkish, right? Availability, I think they're brewery only. I think that's what Bud said, they're brewery only. I think North Park was the one that got drips and drabs into like some local bottle shops with some of their releases. But this is definitely brewery only. And if I'm wrong, Bud or anyone out there, correct me, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about most of the time. So it could be wrong, and I'm fine with that. I just would like the correct answer if I am. So I can't thank Bud enough for sending these delicious beers my way. The fact that he sent me 3 North Parks, 2 Monkish, and 2 Green Chic, I'm super pumped. And the Monkishes were delicious. They really were. And I've seen a lot of people saying, look, I've had a handful of Monkish beers and I don't see anything special about them. I mean, to each their own. We all have different opinions. The Monkish beers I've had, they've been delicious. There's been a couple I like more than others, but this is definitely at the top of the food chain of the ones I've had. And a 4.75 out of 5, fucking crazy score. I just can't believe they hide the alcohol as well as they do in this one. And on top of that, 3.5 weeks old. This is drinking like it's 3.5 days old because it's just so vibrant. Again, I can't stress enough that word juicy. This is one of the more juicy triple IPAs I've had in a long time. I think I said IPAs. IPAs. Enunciate, Joe. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Thanks again to Bud. Thanks everybody for stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Once again, if you've had this one, post in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it. Did you give it a 4 out of 5? Did you give it a 5 out of 5? Did you think it was undrinkable? Whatever the case may be. Let me know what you thought about it, because to me, this is fucking delicious. And when I seek out a triple IPA, this is what I seek out. Till the next one. Cheers.